That's fine. Very fruity. Welcome back to another episode of the Bleacher Boys
Aloha.
Media Podcast. I am joined by Ken, wearing some Elton John style glasses for reasons I do not know. We will be, talking about the Dodger series, some injuries, potential injuries, some fences that need to be repaired. A lot of things going on. So first, I'm gonna swing it to you, Ken. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just coming off a nice victory last night, or yesterday morning, actually, 5 a.m. Played in a nice baseball game. Kind of sore from it.
Very sore.
But we're gonna chug through this, all the pain that we're going through. But yeah, Yankees had a nice series, nice West Coast trip, you could say, a whole week of 10 p.m. games. Do you like 10 p.m. games? I know the last two were 7.
The thing is, right now in my life, I'm trying to wake up earlier and be kind of more on a work schedule vibe. So the 10 p.m. games, like as much as I kind of like the late night watch. Like it's kind of like like you sit down and watch a movie, but it does kind of drag on. But what I will say is with the clock, it does go faster, so I don't mind it as much. So usually I could be in bed by like 12:30, which ain't so bad. But I really did appreciate like the 7 p.m. start. So that's like what 4 p.m. for them. Shadow talk a little bit. But yeah, anything else? Or you want to just jump right in?
I want to talk about injuries. Oh, Stan and Donaldson are back. Positive news.
Yeah.
Hanley.
Yeah.
Rizzo was back.
Yeah. But
we got some of our guys back.
However,
Nestor landing on the IL with shoulder fatigue.
And
Greg Allen.
And
Ryan Weber.
And there's
our
a
captain,
biggest one, the biggest, yeah.
Our captain seems fine.
You think so?
Might have a broken toe.
Available off the bench?
They actually didn't say that.
Yeah, they did. They said available off the bench. ESPN said it.
I'm pretty sure they just send those notifications when the guy doesn't land on the IL but hurt.
No, I'm pretty sure Booney said available off the bench.
But then
he's all hoodied up and like.
Yeah, after the game, I watched Boone's interview, and he didn't sound like he was too available. The other guys are talking about a potential broken toe. Why did that happen again? Remind me.
Because he's the best player on the goddamn planet. But let's.
No. Why was he hurt?
Why is he hurt? Well,
what was the play that injured our star player?
Well, that would be the massive fence. That would be the massive fence in right field.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that, man.
Fix
Dodgers,
your stadium.
Fix your stadium. What's wrong with your right field? That fence should not. I don't care if it's 6'7" Aaron Judge or 5'11" Greg Allen. That shit would have broke. Like Greg Allen could have ran through that.
I
shit.
disagree.
All right, fine. I don't care if that's 6'7" Aaron Judge or 6'3" Oswaldo Cabrera.
No.
Fallen.
I think that's
that latch
280 pound man running at full speed. I think that's what that is.
Unbelievable.
But I just wouldn't have initially when I saw him grimace, I thought it was a shoulder. That's what it is even more scary because let me pull up the picture. Would that be his throwing shoulder?
No, left.
Are you sure?
That was his glove hand. But anyway, like I don't know, man. I guess I'd rather have a broken toe over a shoulder injury.
No, because his right,
or
that's his turning foot. So that's actually terrible.
No, it's not great. I'm not saying it's great.
What are your predictions right now for?
I think he's back on Tuesday.
Really?
Nice 2 off days in a row for Judgy, and hopefully he's back.
So if he has
I don't think he has a broken toe.
But the one positive that I have about the whole situation is that he played the entirety of the game after that.
Yeah,
like if he was broken toe, if he had a broken toe, I don't think they let him play.
Yeah.
Or I don't think Judge even lets himself play. Like,
I don't think you can play through a broken toe. Maybe you can. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it's too bad.
I wonder what his at-bats looked like after that play. Maybe that's some film we should pull up and watch, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, massive concern if Judge is out and, potential season-ending stuff there. So, yeah. Season ending for the Yankees if Judge misses a month or more with a broken toe because broken bones. Potential. I'm just playing the pessimistic, worrying Yankee fan. I think that deserves, I think that's well deserved.
And I think a lot of our viewers can relate to that. You want to jump into game one?
Yeah. We'll recap.
So game one was a dud. That's how I like to categorize this game. It was a Sevy Kershaw matchup. We were all excited. Got up at 10 p.m. Ready to really tune into this LA series. Haven't played in LA in I think 3 years, 4 years, something like that. And then Sevy comes out flat. His pitches were flat. First inning gives up 6 runs. Kind of ruins the entire game for us. For what Sevy's done for us, I think he, has long enough leash where that happens, and I'm not too concerned. It's not something I'm going to be watching for in the next start.
Really?
No, I think
You're never concerned when a guy has a terrible outing.
It's one terrible outing, and I think, it happens to the best of the pitchers, and you just move on. But it's really unfortunate because, you're going into LA. I think he was a little too pumped up. Everything was flat. Everything was leaking middle. The Dodgers hit the ball so hard in that first inning. All the outs were hard. Mookie leads off with a homer.
Hardest hit ball of his career, by the way.
Yeah, Sevy didn't have a single pitch he can go to. His fastball was a tick lower than usual. I think he was averaging 97.2, 97.4, something like that in his previous 3 starts. But he was sitting 94, 95, everything leaking over the middle. His four-seam fastball that usually is really true fastball stays straight, kind of has that rising action, but in this one it's kind of leaking middle, 2-seam action right over the heart of the plate.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just didn't have it.
I agree.
And at that point, my mindset turned to, forget the Yankees aren't going to win this. Forget it. I'm just going to try to enjoy a legend on the other side, twirl it for the Dodgers, and Clayton Kershaw, and kind of, I don't know, my mindset switched. Just enjoying baseball game over. For my Yanks.
Just really bad vibes. I think you covered everything. Just some positives in this game. Big G and Donaldson both looking good. Usually the thing with Stanton is when he comes back, he's going to take a while to kind of figure it out. But he was saying how he doesn't need minor league games. He's ready to go, and it actually does look like that's true. That's kind of the old classic Stanton swing we've been used to, is kind of staying on the sliders and stuff low in the zone and right on the fastball. So it's good to see. Donaldson goes deep
twice.
Which is also really good to see. Just talking about game 1 here, but for the most part, really bad vibes this game. One thing I wanted to highlight is that there was a ball that Gleyber Torres hit to Muncy, and Muncy fumbled it, dropped it, threw Gleyber out by 10 steps. That's just inexcusable, and that's whenever the Yankees are down or Gleyber's not hitting, that's stuff that he does that's just inexcusable. And yeah, he just started jogging out of the box. That's in that game where we needed base runners really bad, that's something that you really want to see. You really want to see Gleyber hustling it out, and especially when he's the leadoff and you need guys on for Judge and the big boppers. So I would like to see him run.
In that situation, too, I think Yankees were gaining a little momentum. They scored a run or two. And if Gleyber had gotten on, it would have been first and second with Judge coming up as a tying run or something. It was 8-4 or 8-3 at that point with Judge coming out on deck. The big spot in the game, considering going down 6-0 in the first. So Gleyber head in the game. But yeah.
And the umpire's also terrible this game. Just a terrible, bad vibes game. No enjoyment. I honestly, I think I turned it off in the 7th. I just wasn't really interested anymore.
Canely pitched.
That was nice. He, a little bit of struggles,
rust.
But yeah. I wouldn't say struggles. I'd agree. Rust.
Yeah.
So get some WD-40 on that. Next outing, I'm really looking forward to Canely pitching because, man, those legs he got are huge, man. It's great to watch.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Not a lot to talk about here. Pretty awful game if you're a Yankees fan. Pretty great game if you're a Dodger fan. Game 2. This was a very interesting game. This was the Jake Bauers 2 home run game. This was the John Smoltz game. And I don't know if you guys if you follow us on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I have a deep and passionate hatred for John Smoltz. He's the worst, most biased announcer I have ever heard in my life. And, even if I wasn't a Yankee fan, I think I would recognize that and see that. There's one point where Aaron Judge hits 114 home run, and all John Smoltz is talking about is how it's a wall scraper. So, just awful person. He's also, he in this game too, what's his name? Michael Grove. Grove was, he was pitching well, but he did give up 4 runs, and the entire time John Smoltz was like, head up, young man, head up. You're pitching great. You're doing so, like, he could not stop talking about how well Michael Grove was pitching, even though the Yankees were having, like, they were having some professional at-bats off him, but, like, 4 runs is not impressive no matter how you slice it. I don't care if it's 2 mistakes to Jake Bauers. It's not impressive. 4 runs is not impressive no matter what. And he's barely talking about the success that the Yankees are having and only talking about this one guy. So it's just absolutely infuriating. And then the other thing is John Smoltz, there's a really funny clip that we posted on Instagram where it's Aaron Judge rounding the bases, and usually after the announcer calls it, what's his name, Joe Davis, who's calling the Fox games, he calls, and that's driven deep, and that's a home run for Aaron Judge, and then usually the secondary announcer comes in and talks about the swing, and there's this moment where Aaron Judge is rounding from first base to home. John Smoltz is just absolutely silent, doesn't say a single word. And then he says, "Oh yeah, wall scraper. Couldn't believe that one got out." Like, and meanwhile, Judge hit the ball 114 off the bat. So it's just like, dude, like really, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you as a Yankee fan. Like, you're just awful.
Yeah. I mean, usually when I watch John Smoltz games, I feel like the Yankee fans are a little overreactive in how much he doesn't like the Yankees and how much he's biased towards the other team. But this one was way too blatant, John. Like, this was the first time I was like, God, like, this is awful. But at this point, it kind of makes me chuckle a little bit. Like, it doesn't get me too upset anymore. It's just like, why? Like, first of all, who are these people that are hiring? Well, I guess he's already on the team, so on the broadcasting team, so he's not going to get taken off or anything unless he does something egregious. But at this point, like, John Smoltz's bosses, like, you got to see this, man. Like, it's a little crazy.
Because I would argue the New York fan base is just as big as the Los Angeles fan base, and I understand a lot of people hate Yankee fans, a lot of people hate the Yankees, which I understand, but there has to be some balance. You can't be so clearly one-sided, like, calling games. So just awful announcing by him.
And not to mention, like, Garrett Cole was pitching lights out the entire game. He gave up a run on a bloop single. All his hits were bloop singles. And John Smoltz chose Michael Grove as the guy he wanted to really highlight throughout the entire game. So, yeah.
Weird. But this is the Cole game. Cole looked absolutely phenomenal, just dominating with his fastball. Really, really, really looked good. Cole bouncing back after a couple starts. That's the other thing. John Smoltz was like, Cole's had a really terrible month of May. Like, no, he hasn't. He had like 1 or 2 like not great starts, but like they're just like, yeah, he's really looking to make up for the past month. Like, dude, no, he's not. You don't watch this team so obviously. And yeah, but Cole looked great. There's one situation where Waldo can't pick up the ball in the outfield. The ball is bouncing around, rolling around. A lot of BS soft contact hits from the Dodgers this game. So, just awful stuff. The back-to-back doubles. Yeah, you got anything else on Cole before we move on to the rest of this game?
I don't know. He did. Okay, so back to John Smoltz for one more second.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so obvious that he was just looking at Garrett Cole's like stats page or whatever he was looking at, because bad month of May, yeah, he had a bad ERA, but that's because of like 1 or 2 starts that he had, and all the other ones he was fine in. So yeah, I don't know. John Smoltz,
he just
watch
doesn't
some
know.
baseball.
He don't know ball. He don't know ball
like that. And yeah, any other offensive?
I got some defensive stuff.
All right, talk about some defensive stuff.
This is the Aaron Judge through the fence game. So I know we already kind of talked about it, but I just want to take a second to appreciate, and I want everyone to appreciate like what we're watching here, because this guy is on another planet. And I really hate. They're also comparing him to like Mookie Betts and all the other like center fielder. I think they even mentioned like Kyle Tucker at some point, or they mentioned someone else. I'm like, why are you guys even talking like about anyone else? This is the guy. This is the best outfielder in MLB. I don't care what you like. everything. 5 tools. He gets to the ball. He throws the ball. He's accurate throwing the ball. He hits for average. He hits for power. And he lays his body on the line for this team. Like, and that's like, incredible. When JD hits that ball, I think that's almost an automatic double. And Judge comes from out of nowhere with his Superman cape on and dives, shoulder first, toe first, apparently, into the chain fence.
Yeah.
And so just an amazing catch. I love the story of Booney going out to check on him, and he says, "Oh no, I'm fine." He goes sprints out there just to tell him like what a catch. Like that's just some heartwarming stuff. Makes you like Boone a little bit more. But yeah, and I just want to say some things on Michael King. Michael King does come out and really put out the big fire that Wandy Peralta left him. Wandy's put in there to get the lefties, can't get the lefties. Puts Kinger in, and he looks a little shaky in the beginning. I have a note here about Michael King not using his sinker, and I don't know if it was like the camera angle because I'm used to seeing Michael King at Yankee Stadium. I don't know if it was the camera angle or his thing, his sinker wasn't moving, but he kind of like went away from the sinker for a while and was just throwing a lot of those sliders, sweepers, and then he gets his sinker back in the next inning and starts dotting up like I know, and man, Michael King is so impressive, and we take it for granted a lot because this Yankees bullpen is number 1 in the MLB in ERA and a lot of other categories. But Michael King, man, he is the rock. He is the firefighter of this group. And yeah, I mean, Michael King is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I think he's throwing a lot more four-seam fastballs than he did in previous years. This game specific, I don't know, but yeah, he's throwing a lot more of that fastball outside corner, dotting it, and then sinkers inside to righties. He's going upstairs with the fastball also on the lefties. So he's mixing it up well. He has a nice changeup too now. Like he's really mixing it in. You can tell he's a former starter. And anyone else pitch in this game after?
I'm gonna check.
Kinger?
I don't think so.
It was Cole to Wandy.
Yeah, Cole to and then Clay Holmes. Oh my God, obviously, Clay Holmes absolutely nasty in this game.
He's been really good of late.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx anything because he is the type of player that would be easily jinxable. He does walk one person this inning, but this is the game where it's like he came out for the first time in I think since the start of the season or since last year that I've seen both him being able to locate both of his pitches and both of his pitches also moving a shit ton. So he just had the backup sinker and the slider. He was doing backdoor sliders, front door sliders. He was just everything. When he's on like that, he's the best. He's one of the best relievers in baseball. His just the lack of control is an issue. Excuse me. But wow, Clay Holmes was super impressive as well. So that's so huge for us going forward, especially getting Canely back, taking a bullpen that's already this good, adding pieces to it is special.
He's kind of got that Dellin Betances thing going. Like, if he can throw strikes and control his pitches, he's one of the best relievers.
But he's better than Dellin. He's better than Dellin Betances. I think he's better.
He's not.
You don't think he is?
I think. Well, Dellin at his best, I'd take over Clay Holmes.
But Dellin's not a movement. He's just a power guy. Clay
Holmes.
Holmes.
He had a hundo and one of the nastiest curveballs I've ever seen.
Right, but he
I
also
think
can't
Dellin's
throw to
secondary
first.
Pitches.
He also can't throw to first.
No one's on first when Dellin's at his best.
No, but like it tapper back to the pitcher, he's gonna throw it 15,000 feet above the.
Out.
Yeah, whatever.
I take Dellin. My boy Dellin.
I like Clay. When he's on, I like Clay. No one's hitting that sinker, and if they're hitting it, it's chopped into the ground. So, I also loved how they put Waldo. This is I think Game 3, but they put Waldo so shallow in left field, like because I think it was a runner on second, which was like the tying run at the time, and because like they're basically saying like no one is hitting the ball over like 200 feet in the air off Clay Holmes. So the only thing that's going to happen is someone's going to hit a hard ground ball through, and in that case we want our outfielders like close. So they were literally like doing some little league stuff, which I kind of thought was funny, because they literally have such high ability in Clay Holmes, such confidence in Clay Holmes' ability to get ground balls.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, keep it going, Clay. You never know with him though, but hopefully he keeps throwing strikes. In Game 3,
Waldo homer, by the way.
Waldo homer, insurance run, right back from the minors. It was there for 10 minutes, they say. In Game 3, another pitcher's duel. I feel like we have one of these games every series where it's just 0-0 heading into the 8th. But Domingo, I want to start there. Domingo fucking Herman, his last few starts have been absolutely nails. That curveball, David Cohn was talking about on the broadcast, it doesn't act like a true curveball. It's more, he said, David Cohn used the word gyro ball spin, but I kind of agree with it. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't seem like the hitters are picking up the ball out of his hand. And I don't know. It's just some magic that Domingo's got going on. Hopefully it's not any sticky stuff, but Domingo with his fastball, curveball, and changeup combination, everything was on point. He was only throwing like 92, 93 maybe, but these Dodgers hitters could not figure him out at all. Through 6.2, 1 earned, gave up a solo shot to JD at the end, but it is what it is. And on the other side, got Bobby Miller. Anyone could have predicted it. Throws 101, 102 sinker, nasty slider, 90 to 94. I knew him from MLB The Show last year when they had a 99 prospect card out, and that guy was one of the nastiest cards in the game. You know that translates right into the MLB 100% of the time. But yeah, I mean, the Yankees hitters could not figure him out. Volpe had a hit off of him, which was nice to see. I think it was like 110 off the bat up the middle.
And then
later in the game, Volpe gives the Yankees insurance run on a 2-run shot. But before we get there, Yankees played some small ball. I know you like to see some small ball. Got some runners on, moved them over. Higgy and Oswaldo, of all people, broken back grounders in the infield to get the runner in. Yankee fans like to complain about the run on contact play from third base not work most of the time. But this time, Yankees stuck to their plan, and it worked twice in a row, which was surprising, refreshing to see. And I think the infielders made the right play. It wasn't like they went to first because they panicked or anything. They looked at home. Rizzo was running on the first one. Who was running on the second one? I don't remember who was running on the second one. Oh, Bowers was running on the first one. Rizzo was running on the second one. And, yeah, good plays all around. Great baseball game. Yeah. 4-1, clean victory.
Well, so I'm just going to say something about those two tappers. We could be sitting here talking about a series loss if those tappers are hit a little bit to the left, to the right, or slightly harder. I know the big ifs are not who cares in baseball, but I mean it's a thing. Like we've seen a lot this year. To kind of go off your point that Yankees are running on contact, and I know you want to force the defense to make the perfect play, but at the same time, if that's hit slightly harder, we're talking about 2 outs and Yankees not scoring this game. And then you kind of get into the doldrums of not scoring, and then the Dodgers bring out all these flamethrowers and great guys in the pen, and you don't know what's going to happen from there. But luckily it does swing our way. The Waldo Tapper, I mean he was this crucial at bat. He's obviously been struggling this year a lot. Here, Ken, pull up. I want you to pull up the series Fangraph thing. But anyway, he's been struggling a lot, right? And swinging at a first pitch breaking ball and hitting it about 10 feet past the pitcher is like it kind of not really acceptable at bat for the situation. Like luckily, like that is baseball, Susan. So like that, you're gonna get lucky sometimes. But I really, really don't love that for an at bat from Waldo, if I'm being honest. Especially when it's 1 out and you're trying to stay off the ground. It's not really something that I'm necessarily happy about. I'm happy it worked out. But yeah, again, Domingo amazing. One note is that maybe I would have pinch hit for Higgy there. It's the 7th. You got Trevino to catch an inning. And I don't know. I feel like you got a lot of options on the bench, and I don't know why Higashioka is allowed that at bat against a tough righty. I don't know. That doesn't compute for me. But I don't know how you feel about that.
I like Trevi over Higgy any day of the week.
No, I'm not saying pinch hit Trevi for Higgy. I'm saying pinch hit someone else.
Who would you have pinch hit? I think I would have liked Higgy or Trevi in that situation.
Or I mean that's fine too. But I'm just saying don't let Higgy hit. Don't let Higgy hit in one of the biggest spots of the game
against Brewster Gratterall. But no, it worked out. I'm not gonna. I don't think it's too much of an issue. I mean, who do they have on the bench? Did they have Franchi at that point, or did they send him down already?
I think Franchi...
I'm so lost in all these transactions. But anyway, I think it was either I would have liked Trevi in the moment. I did call for Trevi, me in front of my TV, but Iggy did the job done. It's okay. In the second one, I think the biggest point, Osvaldo had the productive at-bat that everyone's going to talk about. He got the RBI, whatever. But Giancarlo set that up with a screaming double off the wall in left center.
Which I thought Rizzo could have scored.
Which Rizzo, maybe if you have a faster runner, scores. Giancarlo looks like he is actually on time, not just talk. He's backing it up.
That's a low slider. That the pitch he hit was bottom of the zone slider right after he had been blown away by 97. So
yeah, exactly. So if you look at that at bat, he was looking foolish, and I was like, I heard Isaac talk in my head. He was like, "Oh, Giancarlo looks like he doesn't know how to swing a bat when he's back, whatever." But no, dude, he just stands in there. He doesn't take a second to step out or anything, just standing in there. Guys were talking about the pitch clock doesn't affect him, whatever. But I was like, after those two swings, you might want to take a step, take your one time out. But no,
nope.
Giancarlo against one of the better relievers in that pen, Evan Phillips. I mean, Giancarlo, if he keeps us going, we need that, especially if Judge is out for any extended period.
And then
I
Wandy,
want to give him props
and then I
for
just
that.
want to say one more thing is that Wandy was fantastic.
Bounces back.
Yeah, has a really good bounce back appearance. Yeah, there's not much. Clay, Clay Holmes didn't pitch this game, did he?
Didn't he come in earlier? Yeah, I think he did come in the 8th.
Did he?
Yeah, and he looked good again. He's been really good of late, and I like it. He wasn't as sharp as game 2.
Still 2 Ks, 1 walk.
Yeah, he was still nails. And, yeah, I mean, everything's going Yankee land way, which is nice.
Yeah, but Domingo really set up this game for us. I think if we have anyone else starting this game, I don't know. Domingo really won us this game, so I cannot stress that enough. Domingo almost single-handedly won us this game, so claps for Domingo.
Domingo!
Especially after coming off of a lot of scandals. Everyone's always... Hawkeye's on Domingo now, so it's good that he can overcome the pressure. So that's good for a starting pitcher, obviously.
Yeah, and got through a game without getting ejected, 50-game suspensions, anything like that.
I feel it could be still coming. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you know that if he gets caught one more time, it's a 50-game suspension?
Yeah.
And you can't replace the guy on the roster.
I know.
So that means they have to play with 25 guys. That's Domingo. Come on, buddy.
You heard that thing obviously in the JM interview where they're like, you should have someone be watching Domingo.
Oh, yeah, when he's
have someone
Boone,
checking Domingo every inning.
It's true.
Yeah.
You should.
Big target on your back now. You have to act like it.
All right, should we move on?
Yeah?
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
Well, we got to give out our rotten egg and golden egg of the series.
I figure we should do brownie points first, no?
See, Brownie Points gets us talking about the guys we might give rotten egg and golden egg to, no?
I feel like it does.
I want to keep it fresh.
Okay, sure.
Eggs got to be fresh. They're expensive. You don't want to
I think
bad.
Who goes first? I
went first last week.
All right. Rotten egg. Anthony Rizzo.
Okay.
1 for 12, 1 RBI, 1 walk. Not good. Especially if Judge is going to be out for a couple games. Worst comes to worst, he's got to step up. And even not, I feel like we haven't seen like a big Rizzo moment in a long time. And if you remember back to last year, like Rizzo was awesome in the clutch. Like he had so many clutch hits. We were in the stadium for like 2 or 3 of them. It seemed like Rizzo was the guy every year because when they were pitching around, every game, when they're pitching around Judge, which eventually, teams got to stop being stupid and they got to start pitching around Judge because this guy's going to kill you. But Rizzo's got to step up. Rizzo and Giancarlo are kind of the keys to this team. And yeah, he just doesn't have a good series. 1 hit. I get it, tough matchup against Kirsch, but you got some young righties, flamethrowers. Like usually that's Rizzo's bread and butter is turning on that fastball. He's not really affected by velo like that. And his other hit was kind of a soft bloop hit. So you're really looking at a pretty shitty series for Rizzo. And I want to see like a big moment, a big home run. I want to see. I haven't really seen a long like Rizzo at bat or battle in a long time. Like right? Like does it feel like I've really seen Rizzo do anything in the last like week, 2 weeks? So yeah, I don't know.
It's funny because I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just funny because he has had a better year than he had last year. He's hitting close to 300, whatever. He's the most consistent hitter. But yeah, this series maybe the neck had something to do with it. Hopefully not.
091 in the last week batting average.
Yeah, what was he average or at bats and hits? Probably like 3 for 25 or something.
9 for 36 in the last 3 weeks. 1 for 11 in his last 11 at bats.
So you missed a few games. Yeah, I mean Rizzo will turn. I'm fully confident in Rizzo being fine. I'm gonna give it to a guy that I'm also completely confident that he'll be fine. Is Luis Severino. We can't talk about Rotten Eggs without Luis Severino. We kind of talked about him earlier. Are you not? You kind of gave me a little when I said I'm not watching for anything the next start. Are you a little worried about it?
I mean, he's had 3 starts, and one of them has been atrocious. So I think that is a little concerning. Yeah, I think he was a little hyped. Maybe he was tipping, like the way they were they were on all of his pitches, and I know he was leaving them down the middle. He was really leaving them down the middle, but maybe some tipping going on. I don't know. That'll come out later if it was. But yeah, not good. Sevy, not good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And on this not good way, we forgot to mention another key injury, if it is an injury. Garrett Cole left with
cramping. Nah, it's not an injury.
Well, it was a talking point in game 2 because they brought in Wandy and the game looked like it was turning tides or whatever. Garrett Cole was at 80 pitches, but as we all kind of assumed, he was leaving the game because of an injury. He wasn't going to leave that game because Boone took him out with 80 pitches.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Golden Egg boy.
Golden Egg.
I'm a golden egg.
I'm going Domingo, man. I'm going Domingo. He single-handedly won us that game. We already kind of talked about him, but when he's on, like I think I've been on the Domingo train a long time. I think I've really stressed that I think Domingo can be like a top 10 pitcher in the AL.
You know what? I actually think I owe Domingo an apology.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know, Isaac was on the Domingo train quite a while. He keeps citing 2018 as his evidence. I don't agree with that still. I think that 2018 was a little bit of a little fluke. His numbers outside of his win-loss weren't great. But I'm going to give him props now. I'm going to apologize because he is a better pitcher than I actually thought. Watching these few last starts, he's shoving, and I'm going to shut up now about Domingo.
And one thing that really impressed me, 1 through 5 in the Dodgers lineup, not a single hit while Domingo was pitching. That 1 through 5 I don't think that's happened this season yet. So Domingo Germán shut down the best hitters in the potentially the best 1 through 5 in the MLB for 3 times through the order. So very impressed with Domingo. Really wanted to see him finish that 6th inning, but 7th inning. Sorry, but it doesn't always work out like that. He honestly just got a little cocky with that curveball. Thought he could throw one with insane, 12-6 action, and left it up a little bit to a really good hitter. So, yeah, Domingo, go Domingo. Stop hitting women though.
Whoa, you had to throw that in there. My golden egg is going to Mr. Jake Rake Bowers. I feel like he single-handedly won us.
Such typical picks out of you.
Actually, no.
Sevy and Jake Rake Bowers. I mean, dude, go Bowers. He had a great.
It's Bowers.
He won us. He won us the other game.
I'm not gonna say he's single-handedly because Cole was pitching so great on the other side, but Jake Bowers was the offense for that game.
Though, Ken.
2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 2 2-run home runs. Grew up going to Dodger games. If you guys haven't watched, including you, Isaac, if you guys haven't watched Jake Bowers' interviews, you have to watch them. That's a must-watch. He's so humble. He is so locked in. He said he got signed. He was signed last summer to the Yankees minor league system. He came in thinking that his career was over, kind of a Matt Carpenter situation. And he said, whatever you guys want me to do, I'm here to do because my baseball career is already in the gutter. And he did everything that they told him to do, change his swing completely. Felt really awkward, probably like me playing golf. But he stuck with it, and now he is reaping the benefits. And good for Jake, man. I'm a big Jake Bowers guy now.
The Southern California Yankees. I think that should be the new name. The Southern California Yankees.
How many can you name that are from Southern California?
Stanton, Cole, Bowers, originally Judge.
Okay, yeah, no, he counts. He's a Southern California.
Michael King's from South Carolina. There's more. Aaron Boone.
Boone's in L.A. Or is he L.A.? He's
somewhere
California.
close.
Yeah.
There's another guy from San Fran I'm not thinking of. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Higashioka might be, too. I think he is.
I know Hicks was.
Higashioka, I think, is.
Is Higgy? Look it up. I'm going to say no.
Really?
We know Brett Gardner isn't.
Brett Gardner's not on the team.
Where's he from?
Yep, Huntington Beach, California.
Okay.
Dude,
Ken takes it now.
everyone on this damn team.
There's got to be a whole bunch of bullpen guys, too.
Wait, let me look it up. So I think I named like what, 5 or 6?
No, like 4 or 5. 5 max.
Where's
Can't
roster?
remember.
5 or 6? No. But yeah, this Southern California Yankees team is pretty crazy. Let's see.
Yeah. Is Trevi? No, Trevi's Texas, sorry.
Yeah, obviously, dude. Come on. Where's... They don't list it on the Yankees website? Clark Schmidt? No, he's from South Carolina. Donaldson?
No. Donaldson is not from L.A.
No, I don't think so. I'm just looking.
Florida.
Donaldson does kind of like Florida man vibes. Rizzo, no.
No.
Where is Rizzo from?
Caracas.
Florida?
Only Southern.
Really? Yep.
Oh,
Vallejo, California,
we actually,
baby.
You talked about that last episode. You're like, the man, Vallejo. Anyway, we're going to move on to Brownie Points. Got to get this train moving. Starting off with the rotation. Sevy is probably going to kick it down a notch or 2 or 3 or 4, but Cole and Domingo did have really nice outings. You want to go first?
No, why don't you go first?
I always go first.
No, because you're going to base off my score, so I want to hear what you say.
No, this is exactly what Isaac does.
No, I want to hear what you say.
He just
Fine. 8-3.
Okay, it's really. I thought you were gonna go lower. I'm gonna go a 7-7.
See, Ken was about to go Ken was about to go in the 6s, but then he heard my 8, so he had to bump it up a little bit.
No, why would I need to bump it up? Tell me one reason why I have to bump it up.
I mean, I just think 2 performances outweighs like a fake start. Like that Domingo game was like fake.
It's not a. Wait, you mean 7?
I mean 7 game. That 7 game was fake.
We lost a game because of it.
No, I know, but like it doesn't feel real. Like the two other starts, I completely outweigh it for me.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, so what did I give? 7.
7-7.
7-7.
8-3.
7-7, 8-3, and then offense.
Offense is pretty good. Obviously no Judge in the lineup, but it's great to have the guys back.
They scored runs in multiple ways, which I love.
I like that. 8-7.
Again, a little higher than I would expect from Isaac.
I like this year. I like seeing the bunt attempts. I like seeing, I like seeing Yankees score runs, man.
8 flat.
8 flat. Okay.
Yeah, a little too much leaning on Jake Bauers back in the second game.
No, yeah, I agree. But also facing some really
good pitching.
Or as John Smoltz would say, Cy Young.
And then the bullpen.
Oh, bullpen.
I'm going first, 9-8.
Bullpen, fantastic, 9-5. Yeah, crazy bullpen. We've talked about it. The Mayor Notch doesn't get as much run as I thought he would get this series, but the 2022 Yankees bullpen carried.
Yeah.
The Wandy Clay. King. King wasn't even on there, sorry. The Wandy and Clay.
2020? King was there.
2022, I meant.
Oh, yeah. My score came out to an 85. I know you guys are all doing the math while we're talking about this, so just telling you, 85 for 2 out of 3 in LA. Just fine. Coming off my highest score, which I gave 91.3 or something. But yeah.
Got anything
Is that
else?
all you got on the LA?
I don't know. That's about it.
Anything on the whole as a West Coast trip? 4 out of 6. Seattle.
I hope Judge isn't hurt.
Okay, yeah. I guess that's the only thing on.
That's the only thing I really care about.
On your mind. Yeah. Okay. Well, Chi-Town, Chicago's coming in. The White Sox.
Maybe we'll go to one of these games.
We could. It's probably like a $5 game. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. Who is pitching today? Tomorrow. Schmidt's pitching.
I like that versus the White Sox. Like that's perfect matchup
Game
for him.
2, Nestor got scratched. It's probably going to be Burrito, so we might have to go to that game. And then Game 3 is Domingo.
Is it? No.
No, not Domingo.
How would that be
Sevy.
Domingo? Yeah. How would that be Domingo? Domingo literally pitched yesterday.
Okay, yeah. So, good 3 games coming up. Yankees need to keep this going. They're 6 games out of first. 11 games over 500.
Let's go on a streak. We need a big streak here. We need to get hot.
Give me what you're watching for in this White Sox series.
I'm going to give the Yankees a sweep. I want to see a sweep. We haven't seen a sweep in a while.
I don't think we've seen one this year.
No, we have.
Where? When?
Yankees swept one team.
When?
Okay,
Where?
but this is a bad team. Not.
This is a bad team.
This is a bad team.
This is a bad team.
At home in the Bronx. Let's see Rizzo do something. Rizzo at home is nasty. I'm Anthony Rizzo home run for this series. That's what I want to see.
Anthony Rizzo home
I want
run.
to see Anthony Volpe continue to get some hits.
All right, I have a very original what to watch for.
All right.
I want to see an Anthony Rizzo moment. Have
That's
a moment, kid.
That's what I said.
No, you said homer.
No, but what did I say? I said we
that
haven't.
could be like a 9-1 in the 8th.
No.
Makes it
But I
10-1.
said we haven't seen an Anthony Rizzo moment, like a clutch moment in a while.
That's why I said
So
very
kind of bouncing
original.
off of me, but that's fine.
Yeah, really bounced
Good
off
take.
you.
Good take by me. Good copy by you. It's fine.
And I do want to see. No, it's okay. That's
How
gonna
about
contradict
Clark?
myself.
How about Clark?
How
pitching
about
well
Clark? How about
3
Clark?
times in a
Clark's
row.
been good. Clark's been good. He's kind of following suit with the Domingo train. Like they both struggle, they're both good. So hopefully he sees that Domingo start and follows it up. On the White Sox side, not much
Not
excitement
much
going
there.
on there. Tim Anderson is
Hendricks.
playing like shit. Hendricks picks up the save or picks up the win on National Cancer Survivors Day. Like, wow.
That's big. That's huge.
That's huge for baseball, for humans.
for humans.
That's a victory in every which way you look at it. So,
Yeah.
did you watch the Heat last night? And I actually wanted to ask you if any of Kevin Rooney's bets hit.
None of them did, but Isaac, when Heat were down by 7, I put 5s on it, won $17. So
It's a bankroll builder. That's what
I
you call it.
knew Duncan Robinson would go off, but anyway,
Isaac just bought himself another 2 weeks of betting.
that's correct.
Duncan Robinson. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
All right, we gotta wrap. Ken, wrap this shit up, boy.
Gabe Vincent and Duncan Robinson running pick and rolls, dribble handoffs on the corner by themselves. This series is gonna be a doozy. I want to go to Miami. They're probably crazy right now. Road trip to Miami.
Too hot.
Okay. What are you doing this week?
We are going
That's
striper
my
fishing
question,
tomorrow.
Oh, you're going striper fishing.
Yeah, with buddy to the left of me wearing some slightly fruity glasses. Yeah.
That's where we cut it off. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back after the White Sox series. Might have some stripers on camera. Who knows? But we have to say goodbye for now, and we will be back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. Peace.
See ya.